What's up guys, welcome back to another video. 2:30 Monday afternoon. Right now, as you guys know, if you watched Friday's video, you know that we were dealing with DTF printer number 1 having the power supply issue on the dryer. So DTF printer number 1 is still currently down. The power supply, we are still waiting on getting that delivered, but in the meantime, DTF printer number 4 is also causing us issues, and right now we are still working with only DTF printer number 2 and 3 up right now, and we have a ton of orders in the queue that need to get printed. Right now the order or the issue that we are working is, it's really actually kind of weird. So I'm pretty sure what's been going on is we've just been dealing with pretty consistent nozzle clogs on the magenta and cyan, and that's been causing some weird issues when we print like a very blue heavy designs, where it just kind of sprays excess blue all around the printer, and it ends up collecting like everywhere. So it collects on the rollers, and then that in turn gets on the film, kind of ruining the designs. So it's not just getting there, like it's getting honestly everywhere. It's getting here on the ribbon cables for the printer, and getting all over the printer here on the bottom of the rollers there, as you can see. Like, it's honestly been pretty crazy, to be quite honest. And I asked Michaela how long this problem has been occurring, and she said it's only been going on for like a week. So it's really kind of gotten quite severe in a fairly short amount of time. So I want to make sure that we get this figured out. But the problem that we also are running into is that we don't have any clog buster on hand. So the only thing that we have on hand is just normal blue cleaning solution, and then what they call like extreme clog buster. So we don't have that in between. We only have the low and the very high end, which is not ideal, but I mean, obviously we could be in a worst case and not have anything other than the blue cleaning solution. So what I think I'm going to do is take the print head off on the color. So I'll go ahead and take the dampers off, and then I will do a flush with the tubing hose of the extreme cleaning solution. So I'll go ahead and run that through a couple times and see what the status is after I do that, and hopefully we can get these clogs worked out. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to really tell on the nozzle checks, but it's like, so there's the black, and then next to it, the cyan just looks like wiggly and wavy. Hopefully you guys can make that out. The same thing is happening with the magenta, and you can see that in comparison to the yellow. So the yellow and black are good, but the cyan and magenta we're having problems with. And those are the two colors that are right here in the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and unscrew these 3 screws, pop the dampers off, and then slide the print head over there. And we'll get started flushing out the magenta and the cyan channels to hopefully get this printer back up and running today. Alright, so I got the print head over here. I obviously want to try and work as quickly as I can because the print heads are exposed to the air right now, and that is obviously not the most ideal. Alright, got the dampers unscrewed. So let's just go ahead and try and pop this guy off without actually taking the print head up with it. Just like that. Get the dampers with it. Just keep that. Alright, so with the dampers now out of the way, I can see the actual nozzles that I have to go ahead and flush. It also does look like there's just a little bit of blue coming out of the actual damper there, but everything looks to be okay on the bottom. So I'm going to attach this hose and then start flushing it through with some of the extreme cleaning solution to hopefully take care of these nasty clogs. But just all in the meantime, making sure not to make any more clogs by having the white exposed and also now the black and yellow. So trying to work as fast as I can. I'm just going to attach the hose to the print head, and now I'm going to get some of the actual cleaning solution. I got a pretty full syringe. I just gotta carefully get it onto the hose. And this is where you do have to be careful, because I have made the mistake of the hose getting unattached and kind of spraying it everywhere around the solution. So just be careful, and you'll start seeing it coming out the bottom. Just like that. And you also want to take care not to introduce any air into it. So it would be in your best interest to kind of have the biggest syringe you have, unlike me right now, who's working with, I think this is a 10 mil. Alright, that is... Alright, so I think I'm going to give that the cyan, see how that does. Now I'm going to give the magenta a quick 2 as well. Okay, connected to the magenta. Alright, now let's get the magenta. Go ahead and grab just a little bit more. Alright, so I got that done for what it's worth. Now I'm just going to get it connected again and then run a load ink and the cleaning, see where we are at. And then when you are tightening these down, you want to make sure that you're not tightening down one corner too tight and the other is not, so you kind of just want to make sure you're going in an even, making sure that each side is getting torqued at the kind of right pressure and not one isn't more torqued than the other. You just want to go evenly. You don't want to screw all of one screw down at a time, is basically what I'm trying to say, because these are kind of long screws. Alright, so got the print head reset. Hopefully I didn't bump any of the ribbon cables while I was doing that. That has happened before, so kind of a fear of mine. Anyways, let's go ahead and load ink, and we will see what we are working with here. Alright guys, running a check. Let's see if I missed any print heads. Oh cool, we're all good. We are all good. Alright, let's see the status of these guys. To be honest, they are not looking any different. Okay, alright, let's try another cleaning. Alright guys, it's a little bit later, 5 o'clock. Earlier when I was doing the flush, I hadn't had the print heads really soaked. They've been kind of exposed to the air for maybe like an hour before when I actually did the flush. So the flush was not successful, suffice to say. And I need to do another one, but this time I went ahead and had the print head sitting in capping solution for the past hour, just to kind of at least like maybe loosen up whatever is stuck in the print heads, so that when I come through and flush it now, I can hopefully just push through that, in theory, loosened up stuff and get these print heads back to working order. This cyan and magenta, they're still just really giving me trouble. To be honest, like I don't even see any improvement from earlier compared to now after the flush. So yeah, man. When it rains, it pours. First the power supply on number 1, now the freaking print heads on DTF printer number 4. We haven't honestly even had problems with the print heads, like nozzle checks have been good basically all winter, and it's just, I think, really starting to hit us now that like it's really getting dry, there's no humidity in sight, and we gotta take steps to ensure that the climate is right in here, especially after we leave, especially on the weekends, and when we come back like Monday mornings. Times like this are going to be all the more important to ensure that we have the proper humidity. So I did go ahead and get a little humidifier on Amazon. It was like an 11-gallon one, so hopefully that'll be enough to take care of this whole space, and we'll see how that works. Maybe we'll get 2, but I think one running at the right speed will be just enough, and we can hopefully take care of this humidity situation once and for all, and it'll be like a long-term kind of run on its own solution. Alright guys, 7:02, got distracted and wasn't able to get that printer up, so we're going to have to deal with that tomorrow morning. Get the power supply changed out on the dryer for DTF printer number 1, and then deal with that clog as soon as possible so that we can hopefully get all 4 printers back up and running tomorrow morning. Right now we're just getting the last of the films cut. There's just a little bit left on number 3. It is finishing up for the day, and then we will get these guys cut and head on over to FedEx. Already got the labels bought so we can just put these into the box and then head on out for the day. Okay, yeah, Michaela's also just told me that these are not actually needed to be packaged up tonight, so we're just basically preparing because we have a pretty big day in the queue tomorrow from orders that have to go from the 7-day and the 3-day turnaround time. So Michaela was just trying to get ahead, is what she was saying. All good things, but yeah, got to get those 2 other printers up and at them as soon as possible tomorrow so that we can get the queue cleared out and hopefully put us in a good position for the rest of the week, because Tuesdays are usually our busiest day, and that's not something we would like to be in where we are already behind before Tuesday comes. So we'll get these guys finished up and head on over to FedEx for the day. But in that case, I'm going to end the vlog here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.